Hi, my name is Vinny. I use she, they pronouns. I am 17, and this is gonna be the first video that I actually upload. So, hi. Um, it's a pretty serious topic for a first upload, but I feel like it's necessary, and the main people I want to see this are my friends, so, you know. Also, this will not be edited at all. This is just going to be me sitting down and talking and explaining how I feel for like X minutes. So, as you can tell by the title, we're talking about mental health. And if you know me, you know that I've had a history of severe mental health problems. And, I just want to talk about that for a little bit. I want to talk about that, how it affects me, how it affects my life, how it affects my relationship with other people, and everything like that. So let's just like straight up get into it, like right off the bat. I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety when I was 11 years old. I was diagnosed with ADD in beginning of ninth grade. And then end of ninth grade, I was diagnosed. Well, end of ninth grade was when they started suspecting I had borderline personality disorder. It wasn't until earlier this year that I was actually diagnosed with it, because I turned 17 and they were like, you have BPD now. Because they can actually diagnose me now, right? So, that's my diagnosis list. I don't like to say I have PTSD because I don't have PTSD, but I do have traumatic flashbacks, so there's that. And I have a lot of trauma that has affected me to this day. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about my life story for a little bit. When I was younger, my dad was an alcoholic. He would scare me as a kid. He would hit me as a kid. And I don't remember any of it, but that is what my mom tells me. That is been backed up by proof from my brother. So there's that. Not a pleasant start to life. But then my parents got divorced, and for a while I did not see my dad. I am in contact with him now, but just a little bit. We talk like every once a month. And yeah, for a long time he was not in my life whatsoever. Like, for a really long time. But so there's that. I think the second big traumatic thing to happen to me was my best friend Akira, who died. He died at the beginning of 2020. Not of COVID, actually. He died from a heart condition. But, it was very sad, very traumatic. I still haven't gotten over it. Because it's just really big. And I remember, before he died, he knew he was gonna die soon. He just didn't know when. He made me promise that I was gonna live life for myself and not for anyone else. And I feel like I have not maintained that promise until this year, because I let myself be in some horrible situations recently. Not recently, but like within the past 2 years, that like I just let happen. I completely enabled it. I completely did it. I engaged with it. So the fourth main traumatic thing, relationships. I've had 2 traumatic relationships, and the second one was very traumatizing, like, very traumatizing. I was sexually abused, I was physically abused, I was mentally abused by this person who I very much loved, and who I cared deeply about. And I'm not gonna go any further than that in explaining it, but that is what happened. I have not been able to trust the same since. I have not been able to approach a relationship the same way since, and I have not been able to love ever since. I mean, of course I can love. I love my friends. I love my family. I love all of that. But it's not, I don't feel the same attachment that I do anymore. It's like something's barring me. Like, my trauma is just barring me from being a person. And I feel like that's a lot of my experience as a very mentally ill person, is that I don't feel like a person. Sometimes I feel like a monster. Sometimes I don't feel human. Sometimes I just feel like a mess. Sorry, dogs and cars outside. But anyway, jazz hands. And so, I was also sexually abused when I was like 6. I forgot about that. No, 10. When I was 10, by my neighbor. So, that was a fun thing to deal with. Not at all fun, but, still have trauma from that. I am pretty much asexual at this point. I don't think I have sexual feelings whatsoever anymore. I used to, I think, but I think that so much traumatic shit has happened to me that, like, I've completely not allowed myself to feel that way anymore. Which is kind of scary, but, there's not much I can do about that, sorry. I am currently in therapy. I'm currently on 4 different medications. I will not reveal those medications because I don't want people to come after me, but I'm on 4 different medications. One is 2 are antidepressants, one is a mood stabilizer, one is a tranquilizer. But yeah, I have been doing better recently. I will say that my mental health has improved quite a bit ever since I left the guy who abused me. So that's been great. I am in a new relationship now. I'm very, very happy in my relationship. There is a lot of communication and it's very healthy, unlike my last. Okay, let's talk about that. Healthy relationships, which are very interesting and very nuanced. Sorry, I'm always sitting weird. I cannot sit in a chair properly ever because I'm gay. Anyway, I'm in a relationship with a lovely person right now. I'm very happy. I think communication is the main key for a healthy relationship, and I think it's the right amount of communication too. Not too much, not too little. You need to find a perfect middle ground where it works for both of you. And that's where you need to stay. And yeah, I don't really know what a healthy relationship is because I've never really experienced one. So I can't really be out here telling people what to do and how healthy relationships work when I don't even know it myself. But I think that's what I'm learning right now. I think at this point in my life, that is what I'm learning. And I'm learning to love again. And I'm learning to be open and honest again. And I was not for a very long time. I was not a happy person. I'm not going to say I wasn't a good person, because I think that I am a good person. Okay, that can get into a really nuanced conversation about what a good person is and what a bad person is. So I don't want to even, like, step foot into that territory, but I think generally I do things for the greater good of my friends, my family, and myself. And I think that makes me a good person. Do I feel like a good person all the time? No. No, absolutely not. But, where was I going with this? I literally don't remember what I was talking about. Okay, give me a second. Okay, I wasn't gonna say I was a bad person, but I was a bad person to myself. I was very bad to myself. I treated myself terribly. I let myself be treated terribly, and I ignored the advice of everyone around me. And that landed me where I am now. But I am very happy with where I am now. I'm at a very good place in my mental health. I am graduating early. I'm graduating over the summer. Very excited about that. I have made so many new friends, so many new connections. I have been doing really well academically, and mentally I've been doing pretty well, except for school. Being at school drains me of like all happiness, but other than that, I've been doing really well. So, yeah. Let's talk about borderline. Let's talk about the symptoms of borderline. Let's talk about chronic emptiness. Let's talk about fear of abandonment. Let's talk about that stuff, because this is where it gets into messy, messy territory. I think that as a person with this disorder, it is excusable. Not everything is excusable, obviously, but most feelings and actions are understandable and excusable in this situation, especially if you're splitting. But obviously, if you abuse someone, if you do something horrible to someone, if you say something horrible to someone, that's not excusable. That's just bad. And that needs to be, and I don't want to say that's bad, because that's not bad. It's harmful to the person. That doesn't make you a bad person. That makes you having, that, you are having a bad moment. You are doing a bad thing to someone. Does that mean you're a bad person? No. It just means you need to understand what that thing is that you're doing, and you need to correct it. And that's where therapy comes in. And that's where therapy is so important. And, I also want to mention, I have been hospitalized twice. I have been in outpatient therapy twice. I almost choked. One was very recently. One was October of 2022. And I stayed until, like, November, December. It was very helpful, very enlightening. I keep saying, I'm sorry. Look at the Armin. I also love Attack on Titan. That's the main thing you're gonna learn about me. Look at the little Armin my partner got me. I'm so happy about him. He's amazing. But yeah. I've kind of gone off, like, the deep end of this. I've kind of gone off on multiple tangents, and this has not made any sense, and I apologize for that. But it's my video. I decide what I do. Deal with it. Sorry, that was really mean. But, yeah. TLDR, I'm very mentally ill. Mental illness is not as it is portrayed in media, on TikTok, on anything. It is completely different. I would explain it more. I would go into more detail, but I feel like that's, like, research area. That's area where you can do your own research on how disorders affect a person and affect each person individually, because they do affect people differently. So, also, therapy is not just for mentally ill people. It's for anyone who's going through a hard time. You can go to therapy and not have a chronic illness. Just wanted to put that out there. But, yeah. My name is Vinny. It's been very nice to meet you. It's been very nice to talk about this. I think I'm gonna wrap this up soon, because I don't know what else to say, other than Mental illness is not pretty at all. I feel like I'm dying almost 90% of the time. I never feel okay, ever. And it's not nice. It's not something that you want to strive for. It's not aesthetic, it's not cute, it's not fucking manic pixie dream girl. It is not that shit. Shut up. So sorry, but like that just annoys me so much. That's me. I just wanted to talk about mental health. Next video is probably going to be like a vlog soon. I want to make this kind of like a vlog channel, like a Vinny doing his thing channel. I mean, Vinny doing her thing. I'm forgetting my own pronouns. Okay, sorry. I just had a pronoun switch from like he, him for like 3 years straight back to she, they. So I'm a little bit all over the place. But anyway, I love you guys so much. Look at my crystal bunny that I got with Carter at an estate sale. Anyway, very happy to have been on here, very happy to have talked about this. Sorry for my literally 3-minute long outro. I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this, hope you took something away from it. Goodbye.